Now I'd like to discuss a few of the rules implemented by this system. So one of the first rules is that a nurse or a patient who wishes to access the system must be registered to the system. If they're not in the database, they must register. If they're just registering, there may not be any information in the system for the nurse or the patient. For the patient, this means that they will have to wait until a nurse adds information about them. But if the information is if it's a nurse that's registering, the nurse can add new patients to her account. Fairly straightforward. If the nurse is logging in, the nurse must have her nurse ID and her email address, or his email address. When she logs in, they will get information on all the patients that are registered to them. With this information, there is a few rules implemented. In the query section, we have all patient details for nurse method, and this is how the nurse gets all the information on particular patients when she first logs in. So if you see in the UML here, there is level of care and there is care level number in that table. This care level number is important when the nurse logs in, because with the level of care indicated for the particular patient, it tells the nurse whether or not they need to add new go and visit them or not, or if a visit is due. So if you see, level of care is measured between 1 and 5, where 1 is little care, extra care needed, and 5 is a lot of care needed. So we go back here, then you can see that so this is how it calculates the level of care compared to the date that was last added into an array list called temp, and temp gathers all the dates from the public health nurse on per patient in all these different tables. So a lot of these are timestamps, and they just automatically create a time whenever new information is added to the database by the public health nurse. So then if you and then it just tells you if a visit is due or not, if the level of care is indicated. Some people don't have level of care down, and then it also prints out additional information on GP or the illness or treatments, also on their physical details and some respite that they recently got. So if I go to show you a nurse registering, just an example. Now here It looks quite long there, but you can see for Patricia here there is no level of care indicated, but it still gives you out her other demographics about her, and other details on the illness and GP. And so here it says that the last visit to Eric was back in December, and that's okay. There's no visit due just a minute. Then if you see, there's no level of care indicated there. Okay, so there's no one with a visit that is imminent at the minute. But it's just a comparison using the calendar, object, and getting the string and parsing it and formatting it to a particular format to suit the calendar. I have a simple interface just with a couple of constants here that just for the time really the constants are for. It just makes it easier to access some of the constants. So again, if you wanted to register as a new user, you could do that as well. It's straightforward. In the next section I will discuss more of the rules implemented.